Imagine this. You wake up, the day's just starting, and before you even thought about your phone, you know money has already landed in your account. Effortlessly. Sounds like a dream, right? Or maybe, sci-fi.
Yeah, a bit.
But what if I told you this isn't some far-off future, but it's actually a real possibility in 2025?
Right.
Today, we're going to dive into 15 pretty potent passive income ideas. They're achievable, surprisingly accessible, and some might really reshape how you think about earning money.
It's true. I mean, the whole idea of passive income, having your money or assets work for you, that's fascinated people for ages.
Yeah, centuries.
But what's really changing things now, what's transformative, is how advanced tech, these online platforms everywhere and shifting markets are all coming together. It's kind of democratizing the dream, those barriers, the ones that kept passive income mostly for the rich, they're genuinely falling. It's a really exciting time if you're ready to build a different kind of financial future.
Welcome back, everyone, to The Deep Dive. This is where we distill the smartest strategies could be for building wealth, upgrading your life, or like today, future-proofing your income. We all know that feeling, right? That grind. Trading your precious time, hour by hour, directly for money.
It's exhausting.
It is. It's a fundamental challenge. So our mission with this deep dive is to give you a bit of a shortcut, guide you towards actionable insights so you can step out of that cycle, build income streams that last.
And that's exactly what a deep dive means for us. We're not just going to list 15 ideas like a blog post.
Right.
We want to unpack how they work, why these specific ones are so relevant, so powerful right now in 2025, and crucially, how you can actually implement them.
Okay.
It's about understanding the leverage, the long-term potential, so you can build streams that really secure your future, give you back your time, your energy.
Okay, let's tackle a big misconception first. A lot of people still think passive income is, only for the wealthy already.
Right, or it takes years and years of grinding before you see a dime.
Exactly. But that's just, it's based on how things used to be. The reality in 2025 is profoundly different. We're in a new era, financially speaking.
The shift is remarkable, and it's really driven by three main things working together.
Yeah.
First, you've got new tech, AI automation, cloud computing, all that stuff. It streamlines things that used to need huge teams or tons of cash. Now, smart software can handle it. Second, online platforms have just exploded. They give everyone access to markets that were totally closed off before or, dominated by giant corporations.
Like investing or e-commerce.
Exactly. Think about how easy it is now to buy a tiny piece of a property or launch a global shop from your kitchen table.
Yeah.
And third, the markets themselves, how people buy things, it's constantly changing. Digital products, subscriptions, the sharing economy, it's all shifting fast. So these big trends, they're creating this fertile ground for individuals, for you, to build income streams that work for you. It might take effort up front, sure, but then they generate returns on their own.
Right. It's about leveraging systems, assets, not just your own hours.
That's the core principle,
Yeah.
setting things up so they work for you.
That's the exciting part, isn't it? Building systems that earn while you're, living your life. So, are you ready? Let's unpack this. Let's explore 15 powerful passive income pathways for 2025.
Let's do it.
Kicking us off, number 1, a real foundational strategy. Dividend-paying stocks. Maybe not the flashiest, but it's one of the oldest, most reliable forms of passive income out there.
Yeah, and it's often overlooked because it seems, simple.
Right.
But the mechanism is actually quite elegant. You invest in solid, profitable companies, and they share a slice of their earnings directly back with you, the shareholder. That's the dividend.
A reward for owning a piece of the pie.
Precisely. And historically, these dividend stocks, they've been a cornerstone for building long-term wealth. They offer a consistent income stream, and it can be surprisingly resilient even when the market's going crazy.
So some stability.
Yeah, exactly. Dividend payments can really anchor a portfolio in volatile times. But the real magic, the thing that makes it powerful, is reinvesting those dividends.
Oh, okay. Explain that.
So instead of just taking the cash payout, you set it up so that money automatically buys more shares of the same company.
Oh.
Those new shares then earn their own dividends, and you start to see the power of compound growth. Your earnings start generating more earnings. It snowballs over time, exponentially.
And what makes this especially good for 2025 is just how easy it is to get started now. Investing used to feel intimidating, right? Needed lots of money, complex brokers.
Oh, absolutely. Major barriers.
But now, you've got these super intuitive investing apps, fractional shares. Anyone, like a total beginner, can start small.
Literally with just a few dollars.
Yeah. Buy a tiny slice of a big company and just, build from there.
And this strategy, it's less about frantic day trading and more about smart long-term positioning. For a beginner starting in 2025, the key is finding stable companies. Companies with a solid history of not just paying dividends, but consistently increasing them.
Okay, so track record matters.
Hugely. Look for strong financials, established market positions. People sometimes call them dividend aristocrats or dividend kings. Those are companies that have boosted payouts for 25, even 50 years straight.
Wow. Okay.
And the apps, you mentioned them, Robinhood, Fidelity Go, Schwab Intelligent Portfolios, whatever, they make it easy. Research, invest, set up that automatic dividend reinvestment. It's all there.
What kind of companies are we talking about typically?
Often you'll find them in sectors like consumer staples, things people buy regardless of the economy, utilities, healthcare. They tend to have that consistent performance. Once you've made the initial investments and automated the reinvestment, the income is genuinely hands-off.
Okay, solid start. Let's move to number 2. This one makes a traditionally very exclusive asset class way more accessible. Real estate crowdfunding.
Yeah, this is a real game changer.
You really don't need millions to get into property investment anymore.
Not at all. Real estate crowdfunding lets you pool your money with a bunch of other investors through these specialized online platforms.
Okay.
And together, you collectively buy shares in different types of properties. Could be big commercial buildings, apartment complexes, office spaces, warehouses, all sorts.
So you own a small piece of a large property.
Exactly. And the beauty is it completely bypasses the usual headaches of owning property directly.
Like what?
Well, no need for huge upfront capital for one building, no complex mortgage applications, and definitely none of the day-to-day operational stuff.
Finding tenants, fixing leaks.
All of that. The platform handles the heavy lifting, management, maintenance, rent collection.
So you get the benefits, your cut of the rent, or profits if it sells, but you don't have to unclog a toilet at 2 a.m.
Precisely. That's truly passive real estate investing.
How do these platforms work? How do they pick properties?
Good question. Reputable platforms like Fundrise or CrowdStreet are common examples. They do pretty rigorous due diligence. They vet the properties, check out the local market, look at the developer's track record.
So they filter the deals.
They do. And as an investor, you can usually choose to spread your money across different types of properties or even different cities. Maybe put some in an apartment building in Austin, some in an office park in Seattle. Diversification.
Reduces risk.
Right. Then the income, usually from rent, gets paid out periodically, maybe monthly, maybe quarterly. And if the property eventually sells for a profit, you get your proportional share of that too.
What should an investor look out for?
Transparency is key. You should look at the platform's reports, the specific details of the project, understand the property itself, the market predictions, and definitely understand the platform's fees. Even though it's passive day-to-day, you still need to make informed choices upfront.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, number 3. Let's pivot to something that might sound a bit, boring at first glance. High-yield savings accounts and certificates of deposit, CDs. Don't let the boring fool you, though. In the right economic climate, these are actually pretty effective.
Yeah, they've definitely become more valuable passive streams recently. 2 big reasons for 2025.
Okay.
First, the interest rate environment. When rates are up, like they have been, these accounts pay more. Second, the competition, especially from digital banks.
The online bank.
Exactly. Your typical big brick-and-mortar bank, they often give you next to nothing on savings. Barely keeps up with inflation, if at all.
Yeah, like 0.01% or something.
Right. But digital-only banks, they have much lower overhead costs.
Yeah.
So they can pass savings to customers through much higher interest rates. You might see 4%, 5% APY easily. That makes your cash actually grow.
Okay, that's a big difference. And CDs.
CDs are slightly different. You agree to lock your money away for a fixed term, could be 6 months, a year, 5 years. In return for that commitment, you usually get an even higher guaranteed interest rate.
So less flexibility, potentially more return. So it's basically a zero-effort way for your existing cash to work harder.
Yeah.
Stops it just sitting there losing value.
Absolutely. It's a really critical safe harbor for certain goals. Perfect for your emergency fund, money you need liquid but safe. Or cash you're saving for a down payment short term. Any money you don't want in volatile markets but still want earning something.
Right. Optimizing your cash.
Yeah. And a smart tactic for 2025, especially with CDs, is something called CD laddering.
Laddering.
Yeah, instead of putting all your savings in one long-term CD, you split it up. Say you have $10,000, you might put $2,000 in a one-year CD, $2,000 in a two-year, $2,000 in a three-year, and so on.
Ah, okay. So they mature at different times.
Exactly. As each one matures, you get access to that cash. You can reinvest it in a new, maybe longer-term CD if rates are good, or use the money if you need it. It balances getting those better long-term rates with keeping some liquidity, all with minimal effort once it's set up.
Clever. Okay, now for something a bit more entrepreneurial, but still leaning heavily on automation. Automated e-commerce stores. We're talking platforms everyone knows like Shopify or Etsy, but the key here is the automated part.
Yeah, this is where tech really empowers the solo operator. The core models that make this work are print on demand or POD and drop shipping.
Okay, break those down.
So print on demand, you design something, say a cool t-shirt, a mug, whatever. When a customer orders it from your online store, a third-party company prints it, packs it, and ships it directly to the customer.
So you never handle the actual product.
Never touch inventory. Drop shipping is similar. You list products from a supplier on your store, customer buys it, the supplier ships it straight to them.
Again, no inventory, no packing boxes.
Exactly. Both models eliminate the biggest time sucks of traditional e-commerce. Managing stock, warehousing, shipping, logistics.
And for 2025, this gets even more interesting, right, with AI.
Oh, absolutely. AI tools are getting incredibly good. They can help write product descriptions, optimize your listings, and even handle basic customer service inquiries now.
So a store that can almost genuinely run itself once you set it up?
That's the goal. The upfront work is there, definitely. You need to pick a niche, design good products. AI can even help with design ideas now, set up the store itself on Shopify or wherever.
Build the foundation.
Right. But once that's solid, automation takes over. AI chatbots can answer common questions, track orders, handle simple returns, maybe even upsell related products. It cuts down your direct involvement massively.
So like a store selling niche pet stuff.
Perfect example. AI could analyze trends, eco-friendly dog beds, cat subscription toys, suggest new products, generate ad copy, even tweak pricing based on demand. The challenge is that initial setup, finding a profitable niche, building reliable supplier relationships, configuring the automation robustly. But once that machine is running, it can generate revenue with very little ongoing input from you.
Very cool. Okay, number 5. This is for anyone with a skill, some knowledge, or just a creative streak. Creating and selling digital products.
Yes.
Things like ebooks, printable planners, online courses, digital art, music files. The amazing thing here, digital products never run out of stock.
The scalability is just phenomenal. And the leverage, you invest your time and expertise up front to create it. Maybe it's a guide to coding, maybe photography presets, maybe a fitness program.
That once.
Build it once, market it effectively, and it can earn you money for years, maybe even decades, with almost zero extra effort per sale.
Right. Unlike a physical thing where each one costs money to make.
Exactly. The marginal cost of making another copy of an ebook or a course login is basically zero. After your initial creation cost, almost every sale is pure profit. It's the ultimate build once, sell indefinitely model.
And for 2025, there's a huge boost here too, right? AI again.
AI is a massive accelerator for digital product creation. It dramatically lowers the barrier for people who might have the knowledge but maybe not the time or specific skills to create everything from scratch.
How so?
Well, AI can help you brainstorm ideas, outline your ebook or course, draft content, write sales copy for your website, generate unique images or graphics for templates, even translate your product to reach global audiences.
So it speeds everything up.
Significantly. Now, human expertise, your unique voice, authenticity that's still crucial for a high-quality product, but AI tools like Jasper or Copy.ai for writing, Midjourney for images, they handle a lot of the heavy lifting.
So someone who knows, say, sustainable gardening.
Yeah. They could use AI to help structure an online course, generate lesson summaries, create promotional posts for social media. It helps turn that specialized knowledge into a sellable asset much faster.
Powerful stuff. Okay, let's shift gears slightly. Number 6 is super accessible, especially if you already have some kind of online presence or just talk about things you love. Affiliate marketing.
Yes, a classic for a reason.
The simple version is You recommend products or services you genuinely use and like.
And you earn a commission if someone buys through your special link.
Pretty straightforward.
The mechanics are simple. You partner with companies, often through networks like Amazon Associates, ShareASale, or Impact. They give you a unique, trackable link. Someone clicks it, buys something, you get a percentage.
What's the key to making it work?
Authenticity and trust. That's everything. If you just spam links for stuff you don't know or believe in, your audience sees right through it.
Right.
The best affiliate marketers integrate recommendations naturally. The product genuinely solves a problem or adds value for their specific audience. It feels helpful, not salesy.
And it's probably one of the easiest ways to start making money from an audience blog, social media, YouTube, email list, without needing your own product.
Definitely. Lower barrier to entry than creating something yourself. The main work is building that audience that trusts you.
How do you do that?
Consistent, valuable content, in-depth reviews, comparisons, tutorials, personal stories, stuff that educates or entertains. For 2025, we're seeing micro-influencers and niche creators do really well here.
So not necessarily huge follower counts.
Not at all. A smaller, highly engaged, specific audience can be much more valuable. Think of a blogger focused on hiking gear. They review boots, link to them, explain why they work for certain trails. That's trusted advice.
And video makes this easier too, right?
Huge. Shoppable posts on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube reviews showing the product in action makes the recommendation much more compelling and the purchase easier. The initial effort is content and audience building, but then the affiliate link income becomes very passive.
Okay, number 7. This one is super practical, possibly using things you already own. Renting out assets.
Yes. Look around your house, your garage.
The basic idea is, if you own something useful, chances are someone else would pay to borrow it for a bit.
Totally. Cars, storage space, photography gear, power tools, kayaks, you name it.
And the sharing economy has made this so much easier, hasn't it?
Absolutely transformed it. In 2025, there are dedicated apps for almost everything. Peer-to-peer car rentals like Turo rent out your car when you're not using it.
I've seen those.
Platforms like Neighbor connects people with spare space, garage, shed, closet to people who need storage.
Interesting.
Specialized apps for renting out expensive cameras, tools, camping gear, party supplies, you name it. These platforms handle the booking, the payment, often insurance too. Makes it super simple.
So it just unlocks the hidden value in stuff that's otherwise just sitting there.
Exactly. That car sitting idle 20 hours a day, that fancy camera used twice a year, those are underutilized assets. These platforms efficiently connect the supply, your stuff, with the demand, people who need it temporarily.
They handle the tricky parts, like liability.
Often, yes. They usually have insurance options and user vetting processes. They basically turn your possessions into little micro businesses with minimal fuss for you.
So someone could rent out their surfboard on weekdays.
Perfect example. Earn income from something you already own. The initial effort is just listing it, maybe taking some good photos, making sure it's in good shape. After that, bookings can just roll in passively.
Very direct. I like it.
Yeah.
Okay, number 8 is fascinating, especially in the digital space. YouTube automation channels.
Ah, the faceless channels.
Exactly. The really surprising part is you don't even have to be on camera yourself.
Right. This trend has exploded, largely thanks to AI advancements. We're talking channels that use AI-generated voiceovers, maybe stock footage or simple animations, and often outsourced video editing.
What kind of content do they make?
Usually evergreen stuff, topics that stay relevant. Think relaxation music, guided meditations, video compilations like oddly satisfying clips, educational explainers, history facts, science concepts, or even narrated stories.
So the channel owner is more like a producer.
Exactly. You're conceptualizing the content, maybe writing or refining scripts, AI can help here too, and then coordinating the production, hiring voice actors or using AI voice, finding editors on places like Fiverr or Upwork.
And the passive part comes later.
Yes. Once you've built up a decent library of videos, maybe 50 or 100, and they start getting views, the ad revenue from YouTube kicks in. Good evergreen content can generate income passively for years.
So you need a backlog.
You need a library, yeah. And the tools are getting better. Synthesia, the script for AI voices that sound remarkably human. Easy access to global freelancers for editing.
What's the key to success here?
Smart content strategy. Finding topics with good search volume but maybe less competition. Evergreen appeal is crucial. and ensuring quality, even with outsourcing. You can't just churn out junk.
Like a channel with, say, ambient study sounds.
Perfect. Simple visuals, maybe rain sounds or library noise could be AI generated.
Yep.
Optimize the videos for search terms people use, build that library, then the ad revenue becomes a really nice hands-off income stream.
Intriguing. Okay, number 9, peer-to-peer lending, PDP lending.
Right. Instead of letting cash just sit in a low-yield savings account.
You put it to work more directly.
Exactly. You lend your money to borrowers through online platforms. Lending Club, Prosper are well-known ones. These platforms connect individual lenders like you directly with people or small businesses needing loans, bypasses the banks.
And you earn interest on the repayments.
Correct. And the interest rates are typically higher than savings accounts or even some bonds. That reflects the slightly higher risk compared to an FDIC-insured bank account.
Risk is the key word there. So the crucial advice is
diversify. Absolutely paramount. Don't put all your eggs in one borrower's basket. Spread your investment across many, many different loans.
how do the platforms help with that?
Well, they vet the borrowers first. They do credit checks, assess risk, and assign a grade like A, B, C, D, indicating the risk level.
So you have some information.
You do. And then the key is diversification. Most platforms let you invest small amounts per loan, maybe just $25. So if you have $5,000 to lend, you don't give it all to one person. You might lend 25 to 200 different people across different risk grades.
Okay. So if 1 or 2 default.
The impact on your overall return is minimal. It lets individuals participate directly in the credit market, making your money work harder, potentially earning higher returns, but only if you manage that risk through broad diversification.
Got it. Spread the risk. Okay, number 10 is specifically for the creatives listening. License your photography, music, or designs.
Yes. If you create cool stuff, there's a market for it.
How does this work in practice?
It's actually pretty straightforward now. You upload your work photos, videos, music tracks, graphic templates, illustrations to stock libraries or licensing platforms.
Like Shutterstock?
Shutterstock, Adobe Stock, Getty for visuals. For music, maybe Epidemic Sound or Artlist, which cater to video creators. For designers, Creative Market, Canva's Contributor Program, Behance. Lots of options depending on your medium.
Okay, and then what?
Once your work is uploaded and approved, it's available for others to license. Businesses, marketers, content creators, individuals, they pay a fee to use your work in their projects. Websites, ads, presentations, videos, even on products sometimes.
And the passive part is the best bit. Every download or use earns you royalties.
Exactly. No extra work from you once it's uploaded. A photo you took 5 years ago could still be generating income today.
Build once, earn potentially forever.
That's the power of licensing intellectual property. A single great photo, a catchy music track, a really useful design template. It can become a true passive income asset, earning royalties as long as it's relevant and people want to use it.
What's the catch? Or the main effort?
The main effort is creating high-quality work that meets commercial needs, and then tagging it properly using good keywords so people can find it on these platforms. A travel photographer uploads amazing landscapes years later. A tourism board licenses them. Passive income from past work. Quality and discoverability are key.
Love that for creatives.
Okay.
Okay, number 11 brings us back to real estate, but differently. Real estate investment trusts, or REITs.
REITs, yeah. Good way to think of them is like mutual funds, but for real estate.
Okay, explain that structure.
So REITs are companies that own, operate, or finance real estate that generates income. Think office buildings, apartments, malls, data centers, hotels, warehouses. The key thing for passive income is they're legally required to pay out most of their taxable income, usually 90% or more to shareholders as dividends.
Mandatory dividends.
Yep, and they trade on major stock exchanges, just like regular stocks, so you can buy and sell shares easily.
So you're investing in a portfolio of properties managed by this company.
Exactly. You get exposure to various real estate sectors without ever having to buy a building, manage tenants, or deal with financing yourself.
All the benefits of property market investing, none of the landlord headaches.
That's the appeal. Truly passive exposure.
How does it compare to, say, crowdfunding or direct ownership?
The big advantage of REITs is liquidity. Selling a physical building can take months. It's complicated. With a REIT, you can sell your shares in minutes on the stock market, just like selling shares of Apple or Google. Much more flexible.
So are certain types of REITs better now?
It depends on market trends, but for 2025, people are looking at sectors adapting to change. Data centers are huge, driven by cloud computing. Industrial REITs, benefiting from e-commerce logistics, specialized healthcare facilities, those are often strong performers.
Can you diversify within REITs?
Absolutely. You can buy individual REITs specializing in different sectors, or even simpler, buy a REIT ETF, an exchange-traded fund. That holds shares in many different REITs, giving you broad diversification across the whole sector instantly. Simple, liquid, diversified exposure to real estate income.
Okay, clear. Number 12, back to the digital creation space. And this one has potentially huge leverage. Mobile apps or software.
Yeah, the core idea here is incredibly powerful. Develop it once, sell it potentially millions of times.
Right. What are the paths to actually doing this?
Two main routes. If you can code, you can build it yourself, have full control.
The DIY approach.
Or, increasingly common and accessible now, you hire someone. A freelance developer, a small agency. Platforms like Upwork make finding talent easier than ever.
So you don't have to be a coder.
Not necessarily. And there are also no-code or low-code platforms now, like Bubble or AppGyver, that let non-technical people build surprisingly sophisticated apps. Lowers the barrier even further.
But what's the most important thing, regardless of how it's built?
Market research. Identifying a real user need. Don't just build an app because you think it's cool. Find a genuine problem your app or software solves. Is there a gap in the market? Who is the target user? That homework is crucial.
And the passive income comes from.
Recurring revenue models are key here. Subscriptions are huge. Users pay monthly or annually for premium features or ongoing access. Think Netflix, but for your app's niche.
Okay. Or ads.
Or in-app ads, yeah. If your app gets a large user base, ad revenue can be substantial.
What about the ongoing work? Is it truly passive after launch?
There's an initial development cost, obviously, and there's ongoing maintenance bug fixes, updates for new operating systems, security patches. It's not zero work forever, but the scalability is the passive part. A single app, once built and launched on the App Store or Google Play, can be downloaded globally and generate significant income streams for years with relatively little active selling effort per user. Think of a simple utility app, habit tracker, budget manager downloaded millions of times. That's passive leverage.
Got it. Okay, number 13 for 2025. Automated print subscriptions. And let's clarify print here.
Yeah, good clarification. We're not just talking old school physical newsletters anymore, though those can exist.
Right.
The bigger trend now is digital newsletters or curated content delivered regularly, often with paid premium tiers.
Okay, like Substack.
Exactly. Platforms like Substack, Ghost, even Patreon make this super easy. Think of an expert in a niche, maybe sustainable investing, maybe vintage guitar collecting, maybe AI trends for small business.
Someone with deep knowledge.
Right. They curate valuable insights, deep research, exclusive analysis, maybe a community forum, and deliver it consistently to paying subscribers.
So people pay for curated, high-value info.
Precisely. In an age of overwhelming free information, people will pay for quality curation that saves them time, cuts through the noise, and delivers focused, actionable stuff directly to them.
And the passive element.
After the initial setup, defining your niche, your value proposition, setting up the platform, building an initial audience, the recurring revenue becomes quite steady.
You still have to create the content though, right?
You do need to deliver that value consistently, but the system for delivery and billing is automated. And AI can even help here with drafting, research, summarizing, freeing up your time to focus on the core insights. Building a loyal subscriber base takes effort, but once established, it's a predictable, relatively low overhead recurring revenue stream.
Makes sense. Okay, number 14, niche membership communities.
Building on the subscription idea, but adding community interaction.
So taking your expertise or passion and creating a paid online group around it.
Exactly. A private, dedicated space where members pay a recurring fee monthly or yearly for access. Access to exclusive content, maybe direct access to you, and crucially, connection with other members who share that interest.
Where do these communities live online?
Platforms like Circle.so, Mighty Networks are popular for this. Even setting up a private Discord server or Slack workspace can work. Think about a community for aspiring novelists getting feedback, or small business owners sharing marketing tips, or fans of a specific board game discussing strategy.
It provides the structure.
Right. The platform handles membership management, content delivery, discussion forums.
And once people join and feel they're getting value,
as recurring payments stack up, it can become a very consistent and surprisingly robust income stream.
what makes a community successful long-term?
Unique, irreplaceable value. What do members get here that they can't get easily elsewhere? Maybe exclusive masterclasses, Q&As, networking, a curated resource library, early access to stuff.
And engagement.
Crucial. Fostering real discussion, facilitating connections between members, good moderation. People need to feel it's a vibrant, supportive place to keep paying. Especially now, with more remote work, people crave genuine connection around shared interests.
So, a chef focused on vegan baking.
Perfect example. Could offer exclusive recipes, live Q&A baking sessions, a forum for members to share their creations and troubleshoot. Initial effort is building the framework and content, attracting early members. But once it has momentum, the recurring revenue becomes highly passive relative to the value delivered.
All right, last one, number 15. We're ending with something incredibly simple, conceptually, but also profoundly powerful. Investing in index funds.
Simple but mighty.
Yeah. What exactly is an index fund?
Okay, so it's a type of mutual fund or ETF exchange-traded fund that's built to simply track the performance of a specific market index.
Like the S&P 500.
Exactly. The S&P 500 is a common one, tracks 500 of the biggest U.S. companies, or the NASDAQ 100 for tech stocks, or a total stock market index.
So instead of trying to pick winning stocks.
Which is incredibly difficult even for professionals.
Right.
An index fund just buys a tiny piece of everything in the index it tracks. It basically aims to mirror the market's overall performance.
So you benefit from the whole market going up over time.
Precisely. You're not betting on individual companies, you're betting on the broad economy or a large sector growing long term.
And you mentioned this is a real set it and forget it approach.
That's the beauty of it, especially for passive wealth building. You buy the index fund, ideally set up automatic reinvestment for any dividends it pays out.
Like with the dividend stocks earlier.
Exactly. And then you mostly leave it alone. Let the market do its thing over the long run.
What are the other big advantages?
Two huge ones: diversification and low cost. Because it holds hundreds, maybe thousands of stocks, an index fund is instantly diversified, much lower risk than owning just a few individual stocks.
Right.
And they typically have very low fees expense ratios. Because they're not actively managed, just tracking the index, the costs are minimal. More of your money stays invested and working for you, compounding over time.
So simple, diversified, low cost, long-term growth potential.
That's why it's often considered a cornerstone of long-term financial planning. It's probably the ultimate low-effort, truly passive strategy for building wealth by capturing overall market returns. Perfect if you want your money working without needing to constantly watch it.
Wow. Okay, 15 powerful ideas. We've covered a ton of ground dividend stocks, crowdfunding, digital products, communities, index funds. It's a lot.
It is a lot to take in.
But here's maybe the most important takeaway from this whole deep dive.
Yeah.
You absolutely do not need to start all 15 at once. Please don't try.
Haha, no. That would be completely overwhelming.
So what's a smarter approach?
What we consistently see works best is focused sequential action. Pick one, just one idea from this list that genuinely sparks something in you.
Something that fits your skills or interests.
Exactly. Or maybe just something you're curious about. Focus on that one thing, learn about it, set it up, get it running smoothly, see how it goes.
Master one before moving on.
Right. Then once that first stream is established and flowing, then you can think about adding a second one. It's like building an ecosystem, stream by stream.
And they can work together sometimes.
Absolutely. There's often synergy. Skills you learn setting up an e-commerce store might help with YouTube automation. An audience you build for affiliate marketing could become a membership community. They build on each other, creating a stronger financial safety net and speeding up wealth building overall.
That's the path. Consistent, incremental steps. By the end of 2025, you could realistically have maybe 2, 3, multiple streams flowing in each month. Imagine that.
That freedom, that peace of mind, it's achievable.
So just to quickly recap the huge range we covered, reliable stuff like dividend stocks, REITs, index funds, innovative tech like crowdfunding, AI-driven e-commerce, YouTube automation, creative outlets like digital products, licensing, communities, practical things like renting assets and affiliate marketing.
It's a diverse list, but there's a common thread, isn't there? A theme running through almost all of them.
What would you say that is?
It's that principle, build once, earn for years, or maybe set up once, earn repeatedly.
Yeah.
It represents a fundamental shift away from constantly trading your active time for money. Instead, you're leveraging an initial creation, a smart system, an existing asset, to generate ongoing rewards. That's how you future-proof your income. That's how you gain real financial autonomy.
Okay, building on that idea of starting with one, I want to leave you, the listener, with a final thought, something to really chew on. Go for it. Instead of just thinking, which of these 15 sounded coolest? Dig a bit deeper. Ask yourself, what asset, what skill, what piece of knowledge do I already have right now?
Something you might take for granted.
Exactly. Maybe it's spare space. Maybe it's a knack for organizing or explaining complex things simply. Maybe it's that deep knowledge about your niche hobby you share with friends. What's your hidden asset?
What undervalued resource are you already sitting on?
Right. What could be the very first seed for your own passive income stream, using something you already possess?
That's a powerful question. It makes it immediately personal.
So the challenge is, what's one small, real step you can take today, not tomorrow, today, to move just a tiny bit closer to having money flow in while you sleep? And just think, how would even one news stream, even a small one to start, upgrade your life? Give you more options, more breathing room.
It can make a real difference.
Absolutely. So if you found this deep dive helpful, if it sparked some ideas, do us a favor, drop a comment. Tell us which passive income idea you're most excited to explore for 2025. We genuinely love hearing from you.
Yeah, let us know what resonated.
And of course, make sure you're subscribed to The Deep Dive. You don't want to miss our next exploration into unlocking your best financial future. Thanks for tuning in.
Catch you next time.